You're watching News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. It's November 16th. I'm Katrina Smith, and meteorologist James DeFazio is in the Weather Center. I don't think there's a day that James hasn't worked this week.
No, I've been here. I did have Friday off, which was very nice, and I really appreciate my coworkers for coming in. Eric worked a one-day week, which I give him a lot of credit for, and it was also his birthday. Also, it was his birthday yesterday, so let's shout him out for that. Happy birthday to meteorologist Eric Gage. Your for Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're tracking rain changing to snow with lake-enhanced moisture this morning, and we're going to be seeing this slowly transition over to entirely snow, and we are going to pick up a light accumulation. We saw a widespread rainfall last night. 1 to 1.5 inches of rain fell. Downtown Utica, still just wet weather occurring, no frozen weather. You can see that flag on top of the Adirondack Bank building whipping. It is going to be very breezy today. Winter weather advisories in place for Madison, Lewis, and Hamilton County. Winter storm warning in effect for northern Herkimer County, where snow will pile up the most. Winds already up to 15 miles per hour sustained, and that's going to continue today. We've already hit our high temperature. Temperatures continue to drop as the day progresses in the wake of this cold front. Wind advisories in place as well, because we are going to continue to see 35 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts through the afternoon. Coming up, we're going to break down your snowfall forecast for the next 24 hours. Katrina?
Thank you so much, James. Residents in East Herkimer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday morning. Depending on your location, you're already seeing very differing conditions across Central New York. The North Country and hilltops over to snow. Valley rain continues for a couple more hours. Take a look at our winter weather alerts, where we have plenty in place. Winter weather advisories in place for southeast of Utica, Madison County locally. We also have winter weather advisories in place for Hamilton and for Lewis County. Winter storm warning in effect for northern Herkimer County, where the highest snow totals look to fall. Again, the two lake effect bands look to form, one both north and one both south of the Utica area. 39 degrees with cloudy skies up at Griffiths and Rome, and we're going to be seeing very breezy conditions today. We have a 15 mile per hour breeze. We saw gusts up to 40 miles per hour overnight. We're going to continue to see those gusts during the day and during the afternoon today. Your for Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We have this multi-band setup. We have one band across northern Oneida and northern Herkimer County. We have another band to the southeast of Utica working across the southern hills. And again, it's a mix of rain and snow, valley rain, hilltop snow right now. But we want to point out all of this northwest flow back to the north and to the west. We're going to be dealing with this very similar pattern for several consecutive days. Wind gusts this afternoon get all the way up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. Scattered power outages are unlikely, but they are possible. We cannot rule them out. A look at our snowfall forecast for the next 24 hours. This goes until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. 2 to 5 inches across the southern hilltops. Northwest Otsego County, extreme southern Oneida County, most of central and southern Madison County, as well as extreme northern Shenango County. 2 to 5 inches for northern Oneida and northern Herkimer as well. Rome right around 2 inches, right on the edge between the two zones. 5 to 9 inches for Old Forge, as well as the Tug Hill Plateau. Again, this northwest flow continues in the wake of the passage of this low pressure system, and it continues to bring us showery weather all the way into the day on Tuesday. Rain-snow mix turns to plain snow by mid-morning, and temperatures continue to drop with breezy conditions. Steady lake effect snow scattered across central New York continues through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow. We'll likely have an additional snow map later tonight for the day on Monday, but yet again, highest totals look to be to the southeast of Utica. A look at your 7-day forecast. Very, very windy conditions continue today and tomorrow. Wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. A couple of snow showers linger into Tuesday morning before drier, more moderate air builds in, slightly warmer towards next weekend, possibly even 50 degrees ahead of a cold frontal passage on next Friday. That's the next chance for unsettled weather. And Katrina, any guesses?
I'm going to go with C.
Uranus is correct. You are correct. That is. And it blows my mind because that is, excluding Pluto, the second farthest away from the sun. So that means that they discovered so many planets with the naked eye.
But they couldn't discover that
Jupiter,
one
Saturn.
with the naked eye.
No, it's tough. It's tough to see this.
Yep. All right, thank you so much, James. Well, after 2 years of silence, the Cooperstown National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Weather Station radio is back on the air. The station fell silent in July of 2023 after the transmitter tower was damaged. Repair work was completed last week, and the National Weather Service in Binghamton was able to start broadcasting on the channel again. The station broadcasts on Weather Radio Channel 3 and will issue alerts for Oneida, Herkimer, Otsego, Madison, Shenango, Delaware, Montgomery, and Schoharie counties. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. We have quite a bit of weather moving into the region over the course of the next 24 hours. Let's head over to the Weather Center with meteorologist James DeFazio. James, I can already see all the colors behind you.
Yeah, and let's recap a little bit. We
Sure.
saw some thunderstorms last night.
I thought when I was lying in bed that's what that was.
Sequoia saw hail last night. We had freezing rain across Hamilton County.
Wow.
It's a little bit of everything this weekend. We're going on a roller coaster ride. Right now, we are on the way down. Temperatures are dropping, and this rain-snow mix is transitioning over to plain snow. We are turning wintry for the remainder of the day and for the next couple of days. We're tracking a lake effect band both north and south of the city of Utica. Also, very blustery conditions. Winds continuing to whip across all of central New York. A steady wind will continue. Winter weather advisories in place for Madison, Lewis, and Hamilton County. Winter storm warning in effect for northern Herkimer County, where the highest snow totals will fall. Winds at 15 miles per hour. They'll continue to stay gusty. Temperatures drop as the day progresses. We've already hit our high temperature for the day. Wind advisories are in place for all of central New York as these blustery conditions continue. 30 to 40 mile per hour winds continue through the afternoon. Coming up, we're going to break down the snowfall forecast and what you can expect for today and tonight. Katrina?
Thank you so much, James. Food.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday morning. As you can see off our CapV Tower Cam, and I want to stress this because I'm not going to bring it up yet again because of how much we have to talk about in full weather, but you can see there is reduced visibilities out there, very light areas of fog, primarily moisture above the ground right now, a little bit of ground fog. Just keep that in mind if you're doing any traveling this morning. Take a look at take a look at Old Forge, where things have turned wintry. I was going to say not downtown Utica, where things are still wet. We've switched over to snow up in Old Forge. The roof has turned white yet again. We're going to continue to see an accumulation, a healthy accumulation in Old Forge. Winter storm warning in place for northern Herkimer County. The rest of us, winter weather advisories for Lewis, Hamilton, and Madison counties, and these areas are where the lake effect bands are going to set up for the longest duration and where the highest totals will be. 39 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffith Roman. We're tracking very breezy conditions today, a 15 mile per hour wind out of the west, and we're going to continue to see west-northwest winds for the entirety of the day today. We have one band right now across northern Oneida and northern Herkimer County, another band working across the southern tier, and we're going to see on our snowfall map coming up in a moment that where the radar is really mirrors the snowfall map. Back to the west, plenty of northwest flow, and that's going to continue for several days. The one thing that I do have that's positive is we're tracking a steady warm-up. The second half of next week, we climb back above 40 degrees. Today's forecasted wind gusts all the way from 30 to 40 miles per hour. Wind advisories are in place through this evening. They do subside a little bit after sunset. The snowfall forecast, a widespread 2 to 5 inches across the hills south of Utica, extreme southern Oneida, northwest Oswego, and most of Madison County. Madison County, the hills of Madison County really going to do well. Rome right around 2 inches, just a trace to an inch for Utica and the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 5 inches for northern Oneida and northern Herkimer. Extreme northern Herkimer, 5 to 9 inches for the Tug-Hill Plateau as well. This northwest flow continues in the wake of the low pressure for several consecutive days. We're tracking these rain-snow mix to change over to completely snow showers by mid-morning. Snow showers continue for the entirety of the day today, the entirety of the night tonight, and the entirety of the upcoming day. We'll see if we have to make an additional snow map. We likely will for additional light accumulations. Look at a 7-day forecast. We track another wintry, blustery day to start the week on Monday, a few light snow showers on Tuesday, and then pleasant weather Wednesday and Thursday, partly cloudy skies. Looks like we might actually see the sun, Katrina. Your body might get some vitamin D. Might get reminded what that is for once.
Because I just got a chill listening to your forecast.
Any guesses on the trivia?
It's got to be Harry Potter.
You are correct. Yes.
We'll do the rest of the show like this.
It makes me feel very old. I remember it being such a big deal when that first movie came out, and yeah, I feel old.
So you are really into it because people are really into it, or
I'm really not, but I've
indifferent?
grown into it. I went to Harry Potter World down at Universal, and that was
you're into it then.
Amazing. That was so cool.
Very cool. Thank you so much. It's time now for the
with Ben Kinney.
Good evening, everyone. A winter storm warning is in effect for parts of the area tonight. Higher elevations in the North Country could see close to a foot of snow. Meteorologist James DeFazio is tracking that in the Weather Center. Things starting to pick up a little bit. I was just looking at the radar with you, and a lot more of those lake effect showers starting to move in, but they're so scattered and there's so many of them.
They're very
it's
very multi-band, and it's going to stay very multi-band, and unfortunately we're going to continue to see these scattered layers of lake effect snow for several more days. These snowfall showers are going to continue through the night tonight, through the day tomorrow, and into Tuesday morning before they begin to wind down. Again, as Ben mentioned, multi-band effect. We have one across the Finger Lakes, another one shooting down through the Syracuse region into the hills of Madison County, another one across the North Country hitting Old Forge and northern Herkimer County. Taking a look at Old Forge earlier today, I happened to just take a look at the webcam and wanted to see how snowy Old Forge had gotten, and right at the time I clicked refresh, there just happened to be a deer out just grazing and taking a look. A beautiful picture, with especially a very serene picture with the snow falling. Winter weather advisories continue for Madison, Lewis, and Hamilton County. As Ben mentioned, that winter storm warning in place for Old Forge. Winds continue to be breezy, west to northwest winds. Continue this west northwest flow, allowing for these lake effect showers to continue to form with these west northwest breeze. And they're so strong that we have these wind advisories in place. And unfortunately, because the winds have been ticked up, you add the winds combined with the fact that lows tonight are going to be in the upper 20s, and we're talking chilly temperatures. Coming up, we're going to track those snowfall amounts for tonight and for tomorrow, as well as how cold it's going to get tomorrow morning. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. Taking a look at local power outage numbers. Only 2 people out power in Oneida County. Herkimer County reporting 285 at this hour. Otsego County with 57 residents without power. Madison County, they're reporting more than 1,000 without power. We're going to keep track of this as the night goes on. The law that would have prohibited
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday evening. Continue to track lake effect snow across central New York. Rain and snow mix this morning fully has changed to snow, and we've seen windy, snowy conditions today, and that continues tonight. Take a look at Old Forge, where they are seeing the worst of the wintry conditions, the snowiest of the conditions. We're still above freezing in Utica and just seeing wet roadways. That is not the case in Old Forge. They've already picked up a couple of inches. They're going to pick up several more over the next couple hours and through the overnight hours tonight. And that is why they are in the pink here underneath the winter storm warning. Winter storm warning in effect for northern Herkimer. Winter weather advisories in effect for Hamilton, Lewis, and Madison counties, where they are also going to be picking up a decent accumulation from lake effect snow. 35 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffith and Rome, and we're down to a 13-mile-per-hour breeze. It's been very, very windy today. We've seen wind gusts from 40 to 45 miles per hour at times, and we are going to continue to see this wind direction be out of the west-northwest, which is going to continue to create that lake effect moisture. Lows tonight are going to be in the upper 20s shortly before daybreak, and that combined with these blustery conditions is going to make it downright bone-chilling outside. Temperatures that we just simply have not seen for for 3 quarters of the year, essentially. Backing this up, I want to have this paused at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The feel-like temperature in Utica, 19 degrees, 11 degrees in Old Forge. Tens and teens feel-like temperatures tomorrow, and that continues into the day tomorrow. Very, very chilly day. Blustery conditions with snow showers. Multi-band lake effect setup continues. We have one band working through the North Country down into the Mohawk Valley, another band working through Oswego County down towards the Finger Lake region, closer to the southern tier, working into central Madison County. We're going to continue to see this multi-band setup. We're not going to see one sole lake effect band. And as we look back to the west, we can continue to see there's more moisture and more northwest flow. We're going to continue to see these lake effect showers. And you can see that based off of this wind direction, and when we track that down here, we're going to continue to see the heaviest snow continue to fall south and west of Utica. Very chilly conditions to begin the week. Very, very cold tomorrow and Tuesday. Low to mid 30s for highs, but we do warm up. We're over 40 degrees by midweek, and as we head towards next weekend, we're in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Winds going to be breezy through the night tonight, and yet again it's going to pick up tomorrow afternoon. It may not be wind advisory level or criteria, but we're still going to see those 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts. Tonight's snowfall forecast, 2 to 4 inches for the hilltops south of the Mohawk Valley, a trace to 2 inches for Utica and the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 4 inches for Rome, as well as northern Oneida and northern Herkimer counties, 4 to 8 inches for Old Forge, and for the Tug Hill Plateau. And this is for tonight through until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. This map is from 7 a.m. Monday morning to 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. So all of Monday and all of Monday night. Just a trace to 2 inches for most of us across central New York, 2 to 4 inches across the Adirondacks. And again, south and west of Utica, we expect a very narrow, intense band of lake effect snow to form. Southwestern Madison County, northern Shenango County could see several inches of snow during the day on Monday. Tonight, we continue to see this northwest flow. Tomorrow, that northwest flow continues, and we really can't escape it until Tuesday evening. We continue to see these showers work in flurries work in our direction until Tuesday evening. High pressure finally moves in midday Tuesday and dries us out in full. Scattered lake effect snow showers continue on repeat through the night tonight, through the day tomorrow. They begin to focus tomorrow afternoon south and west of Utica, and that's where the heaviest locations will fall. That band really gets itself together tomorrow night into Tuesday. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, a very wintry start to the week. Again, the heaviest of snowfall tomorrow night falls south and west of Utica. Partly sunny skies Wednesday and Thursday. There might be a shock of vitamin D to our systems with highs in the low 40s. Cold front works through on Friday. Rain showers Friday and Saturday. Possible some flurries by next Sunday.
News with Ben Kinney.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The snow has let up for now in downtown Utica, but will it stay that way? Let's head over to the Weather Center with meteorologist James DeFazio, who's been tracking it all afternoon, and they...
Thoughts on that?
You don't want my thoughts on that. You don't.
It's coming down across the North Country and across western portions of the viewing area right now. This is a look up on the top of the Tug Hill where it's snowing the hardest, where they're going to see the highest totals. Not quite that snowy in downtown Utica, but still some snow in front of the lights. We're still seeing light snow falling. We've seen a light accumulation on all surfaces. The only surfaces that remain just wet have been treated. We have winter weather advisories in effect for Madison, Northern Oneida, Lewis, and Hamilton counties. That winter storm warning has been mentioned for Northern Herkimer, who's going to see the highest totals. 30 degrees with an 8-mile-an-hour wind out of the west-northwest. West-northwesterly flow continues through Monday, and that's why we're going to continue to see these showers. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing we have multi-band setup of lake effect across central New York, the heaviest of which falling across northwest Oneida County. Wind advisories remain in place until 1 a.m. tonight, and that is noteworthy because lows tonight are in the upper 20s. It's going to be rather chilly tomorrow with that blustery weather. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the full snowfall forecast for tonight and for tomorrow. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. A look now at the power outage numbers. Staying the same in Oneida County from our 6 o'clock hour. Only 2 people remaining without power. The number has decreased to 238 in Herkimer County, and now only 14 in Otsego County. A Utica woman charged with assaulting someone with a rock.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good, very early Monday morning. We're tracking snowy conditions across central New York, blustery conditions as well. Take a look at downtown Utica, where we've seen a light accumulation already. Even on concrete surfaces, we've seen a light accumulation. Don't have a measurement for you yet, but it looks like around ½ inch to an inch. We're seeing higher amounts in more persistent bands and areas that are closer to Lake Ontario, and we're going to point those out in just a moment here. The areas that are seeing the most accumulation region-wide are the areas that are under winter weather alerts. Winter weather advisories in effect for Hamilton, Lewis, Northern Oneida, and Madison counties. Winter storm warning in effect for Northern Herkimer County, where they will see several inches of snow. 30 degrees with light snow falling at Griffith and Rome, a west-northwest wind at 8 miles per hour. We're going to continue to see breezy conditions. They're going to redevelop and increase yet again tomorrow afternoon. And we're also going to continue this west-northwest flow for another 24 to 36 hours. Lake effect snow continues through the day on Monday. Blustery day yet again tomorrow. When it's warming up later in the week, this snow is not going to last. We're going to see a meltdown. Around the state, visibility-wise, not very good right now. And that's for a couple of reasons. There's a little bit of condensation fog out there, but the other reason is that snow is falling and the wind is blowing. So I just want to make that aware. If you're doing any traveling, just be very careful out there. Roads are also rather slick if they're untreated. The other thing to make you aware of, it's going to be quite chilly tomorrow morning, upper 20s for lows, and with winds 20 to 30 miles per hour and temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. We're looking at wind chills in the teens to tens to teens across central New York at times, and during the day tomorrow we'll feel like temperature really stays right in the 20s. A very chilly day ahead to begin the work week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We have a multi-band setup right now. We have one band working through Utica and primarily Rome, which is very, very narrow once it gets past Rome. But northwest Oneida County seeing heavy snow. But this southerly band across some of the southern hills, southern Madison County, central Chenango County, western Otsego County, seeing very heavy snow with the southerly band. This northwestern band is where that heavy snow is up on the Tug Hill where we showed that photo earlier. This area will continue to get hammered. That area will end up with over a foot. Low pressure continues to spin northwest winds over Lake Ontario and over all of the Great Lakes from the Upper Peninsula down to Lake Ontario, and it's going to continue again until Tuesday morning. The winds They die on a little bit tonight, but they increase again yet again tomorrow, all the way back up all the way back up to about 30 to 35 miles per hour. 2 to 4 inches tonight across the southern hills south of Utica, 2 to 4 inches across the hills north of Utica, Rome, Boonville, 4 to 8 inches on the Tug Hill Plateau and Old Forge, a trace to 2 inches for Utica in the Mohawk Valley. Your snowfall forecast for the entirety of Monday, all of Monday night, a trace to 2 inches for Utica and the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 4 inches for the Adirondacks and the extreme high peaks. We're going to be tracking this band southwest of Utica where the heaviest snow is going to fall across extreme southwest Madison County and central Shenango County, where 4 to 8 inches of snow is possible during the day on Monday, 2 to 4 inches for the areas a little bit farther away from there. That warm up we are tracking, by the end of the week we're back up into the mid to upper 40s. SkyCast showing those scattered snow showers through Monday. Here's that Lake Effect band that I was referring to that's going to bring those snow showers across the southern tier. It falls apart by Tuesday morning, and then calmer conditions finally move in. So taking a look at your 7-day forecast, things completely dry out after Monday evening. High pressure builds in for Tuesday.